Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the second half of April of 2020 Love and Romance reading. I'm going to be starting out with the Wisdom of the House of Night deck by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed, and I'm going to be doing a circle spread. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please bless whichever Taurus energy I'm reading for with clearly defined messages regarding the second half of April of 2020. Okay, so we have a Taurus that is very focused on a person, place, circumstance, situation by mid-April of 2020. In the thoughts position, some Tauruses are recognizing with the fragment energies that either there is more to learn about the situation and or there is something being hidden. Oh boy. So in the relationship sector with another or others, we have a Taurus here in the second half of April of 2020 who is dealing with some form of chaos. So in the creative aspects position of the circle spread, the advice here is to be honest with yourself, to create honesty within yourself about what it is you've been, who it is you've been so focused on. Because for some of you Tauruses, there is something that you are unaware of that will cause some form of chaos in the relationship sector during the week of the 20th of April of 2020. So the second half of April of 2020 is a very important time to be honest, to ask someone questions in an honest way, to expect honesty from another. Yes, because after some form of honest communication, we have a Taurus that by the end of April of 2020 who will be letting go of the situation because they're either recognizing the chaos in a connection. Yeah, they're recognizing some form of chaos. Now, emotionally, by the end of April of 2020, we do have some form of communication. Texting, talking, tweeting, emailing, however that may apply. And in the subconscious position, we have the High Priestess of Spirit. So the advice here is to pray to Spirit for clarity and truth when it comes to some form of communication that you've been very focused on, Taurus. In the day-to-day aspects position, the advice here with the reminder energies is a picture of a tombstone that says, don't forget. Remember, you've been here and you've done this before. Be honest with yourself that you may be repeating an unhealthy pattern, behavior, or cycle, or dealing with someone who is dealing with unhealthiness. It's like you've been here and done this. So focus on the message. Make sure you truthfully communicate how you feel. And in your inner strengths position, Spirit's giving you the strength to become invisible, to go into your own space and to look at your reflection in this magic, golden, beautiful mirror that reflects the child within you. Maybe there's something that you've been preventing the expression of truth about, and that's why Spirit is saying, remain honest in your communication to avoid chaos. I'm really feeling like this is someone who there's something hidden here and you've been here and done this before. And Spirit is guiding you to be honest with yourself about some form of communication. Just pray to the High Priestess of Spirit to bring you to the truth of a situation that has been very chaotic or may become very chaotic. Know that you will have the strength to take time by yourself to focus on how you can let go of some form of communication or message. Yes. Meditate on a situation with the rigid energies when it comes to someone who may be closed off. Is that you, Taurus, or is that another? Take an oath at this time to put your self-worth first. For we have someone here who is feeling trapped or stuck, trying to bring a situation towards them. When it comes to someone who's very attractive on the outside, maybe not so much within. You will have the strength by we'll say the week of the 20th of April of 2020 to bring a situation to a conclusion. Some Tauruses are dealing with someone, unless this is you, Taurus, who is repeating unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles in some way where you run off in your own space, away from a situation, or you're being guided to understand what does this chaos mean in the area of partnership. For the High Priestess is trying to help you to be honest with yourself if there is the repetition of unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles. Yeah, so pray to Spirit in the second half of April of 2020 to bring you to the truth of understanding, because Spirit is going to shine some understanding down upon you that will bring you great confidence. Some Tauruses, as they are being honest and communicating with another, are going to come to the realization with the fledgling energies that you are learning that someone with the differences energies doesn't see things from the same perspective as you do. So take some time to have hope that you will come to the realization by speaking honestly and clearly with another that there are energies of deceit going on here. You've been here and done this. And now you're going to have the strength, if you so choose, to let go of whatever this chaotic partnership is about. So by the end of April of 2020, you've got the warrior energies, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, Saturn, Venus, Pluto, Jupiter, and so on, to speak your truth about your boundaries. Take off that blindfold with the obedience energies. Speak your truth and cut away from anyone or anything who is not honest with you or who causes chaos in your life. Yes. For some of you are going to find yourselves out in the woods, in your grove, with your couch, your kitty cat, and your blanket, recognizing that no matter how badly you want to go into and through this doorway, the doorway is blocked in order to protect you. I think they're giving you the strength for some of you to cut away from maybe another Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bring in the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue, and we'll clarify these messages once again, and then I'll bring in the elements and or astrological signs for those whom by which Spirit's talking about for this Taurus. So dear Lord, Spirit, guides, angels, please bless whichever Taurus energy this is with clearly defined messages in the area of love and romance for the second half of April of 2020. Yeah. So the advice here is to free yourself from who by which or whom by which you've been focusing so much of your attention upon. It's time to take back control over your life. Someone here may be feeling like this is a romance of a lifetime, but with the fragment energies, know that there is something that is being hidden here. Something that is causing chaos in the relationship sector. For some, this could be an addiction to a person, place, circumstance, situation, environment, or substance. So if you're dealing with a substance or someone else is some form of addiction, that could be what is causing this chaos. So in the creative aspects position in the second half of April of 2020, you have the honesty energies to get clear with yourself and another about whether or not you're going to come together and raise this partnership to a higher level of commitment. Take some time with the Grove energies to get to know someone a little bit better, to allow a bond to deepen so you can obtain more clarity. Remember, you're going to have the strength to take time after you connect with someone to go back into your own space and really think about whether or not this is a healthy partnership. In the relationship sector, we have reconciliation by the end of April of 2020. So for some of you, get to know someone a little bit more, be honest about what you want, where you want this relationship to go. Do not become addicted to a person, place, circumstance, or situation, but give yourself some time to reflect on, is this an honest connection? Emotionally, some form of communication is going to come at the end of April where there is going to be a desire for reconciliation, or whereby after you've taken a moment of pause, someone returns. So in your subconscious position, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities in the second half of April of 2020, for the High Priestess of Spirit is going to bring you clarity about a situation that either involves marriage or whereby you are hoping to come into deeper commitment. For Spirit saying codependency and chaos is what you need to free yourself from. So it's important in the second half of April of 2020 to have honest communication with someone about where this relationship is headed. To then take some time to slowly get to know one another and to sit in your own private space and observe for a while, because day to day, someone here with the reminder energies is repeating unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles. Day to day, someone here is recognizing that they've been here and done this before. And Spirit's giving you the strength to release an ex, to clear your energy, to free yourself, and to be honest with yourself that there is something unhealthy here. So in the inner strengths position, we've got taking time to become invisible. Why? So that you can more clearly see the signs that are cautioning you when it comes to what you've been so focused on. There may be a strong desire to reconcile with someone, to communicate with someone about reconciliation. But the advice is to release an ex or memories of an ex because of what happened, and make sure that codependency isn't guiding you into another chaotic circumstance. Boy, someone here is really being guided to recognize what you learned in the relationship sector, in your relationships with others, where codependency in some way caused chaos. Someone may be connecting with someone else who's already in a partnership. And it's time to have honest communication. Make sure that you're doing as Jesus would do, okay, is a message. I'm going to quick clarify in a 3-card spread to my left, and then we'll look at the signs or elements of who by which this Taurus may be dealing with. Okay, so in the first position, they're saying somebody here is wanting to get together with another person because they're hoping that it is their soulmate. Someone may be communicating, focused on communication with another in hopes that you could reconcile in some way, but Spirit's saying free your mind, for there's more for you to know. By the week of the 20th of April of 2020, we have some form of family healing issues, okay? There's healing. Trust and have faith that as you speak honestly with another about a deeper commitment, that you will recognize that you've been here and done this before. For some of you, after honest communication, either with yourself and or another, you're going to have the strength to release an ex because they don't see things from the same perspective as you do. They're saying love is worth waiting for. Get to know people over a period of time before giving into what could turn into chaos again. over and over. This is about learning lessons at this time. A lot of people are either going to repeat old unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles in the area of love, or they're going to move on and evolve into something better. Yeah, so there is a message here to separate from anyone or anything that involves codependency or chaos. Especially if you feel like someone's the one, but the red flags are cautioning you. Stay optimistic. For some of you, there may be a new love showing up. If you're single, at the end of April of 2020, that is much more healthy for you. So let's clarify who some of these signs or elements may be for this Taurus, please. Sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so someone may be very focused on freeing themselves by mid-April of 2020 because they've been stabbed in the back. With the Ten of Swords energy, some of you may have been dealing with someone who has air in their chart, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. In the thoughts position, by mid-April of 2020, we have someone who is believing that this is a romance of a lifetime, but with the fragment energy, something is being hidden. For others of you, you are putting a lot of time and effort into a connection, in your thoughts anyway. But I'm still feeling like they're saying with the Three of Coins, put more time and effort into getting to know someone better that you think is a romance of a lifetime. Because right after that, in the relationship sector, the circle spread, we have chaos and codependency. Taurus, you have the Empress energies. So either you're dealing with a feminine energy who is a motherly figure, grandmother, kind, caring, loving, spiritual energy, or you have the ability to not only recognize codependency and chaos in your life, especially having to do with relationships, but you have the ability to now manifest some form of honest communication. There's a Taurus here who really is being guided to speak to another about a deeper commitment and to get to the truth of whether or not they feel the same way. So for clarification, for you, Taurus, we have the Eight of Coins energies, researching the future together, discussing in an honest way where you want the partnership to go. That's in the creative aspects. That's what Spirit's guiding you to create, that honest communication in the second half of April of 2020. For in your actions position, you're kind of just being guided to sit back in your woods, in your grove with your kitty cat and your blanket and observe someone, to allow a bond to deepen, to not take a lot of action, but to speak of your truths, your goals and intentions for the future with another in a very balanced way. Where you've got the Temperance Angel here as a major arcana in your actions position. Again, to just speak your truth about deeper commitment and observe the truth from another as to whether or not they want to move forward with you or not. Remember, you're going to have the strength to communicate and then to kind of go in your own space and pay attention to any red flags that Spirit's guiding you to recognize. For some of you, it's in the end of April of 2020 where you receive communication and come into reconciliation. With the Knight of Cups, someone who's very playful and open-hearted. Some of you may be leaving behind an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or they have that in their chart, and you're connecting emotionally with someone who has water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It's either a reconciliation, or if you're single, someone new coming in who has water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or you're starting to want to reconcile and communicate with someone. But I'm really hearing pay attention to the red flags and take your time. So subconsciously, yeah, we've got someone who is wanting to come into deeper commitment, partnership, or marriage. The High Priestess of Spirit is showing up, which is beautiful, to help to guide you as into the truth of the situation. For some of you, we have the Magician. You could manifest marriage by speaking your truth and being honest. For some of you, you're going to know subconsciously that someone else has the Magician energies of manipulation, lies, and deceit. So do not become dependent on a situation whereby someone is manipulative, but instead use the Empress energies in the relationship sector to get to the truth of whether or not this commitment can raise to a higher level or you should free yourself. Day to day, we have someone that's having a hard time releasing their ex. Remember, the most difficult connections, circumstances, or situations were difficult because they were meant to be remembered and not repeated. So in the day-to-day aspects position, I feel like this Taurus is growing emotionally. They're letting go of old difficulties. They now have the strength to very fairly, kindly, and justly communicate honestly. The difficulties of the past. Some of you are freeing yourself from, like I said, maybe someone who had air in their chart, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or just someone who stabbed you in the back. And now, because you have let go, right, you released an ex and you learned the lesson, someone who has water in their chart will come your way. So in the inner strengths position, we have the strength to take time to become invisible, to reflect on any red flags, to hang in there, because at some point in time, you will be revealed the energies of the Four of Wands. A reason to celebrate in the area of home, family, and love, marriage even. All right, so I'm going to close by bringing in a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed. Some of you may be trying to release a water sign because you felt stabbed in the back, but you're focusing too much on the difficulties of things. Be honest with yourself about any codependency or chaos in your life, and open your heart to someone who wants to come back together with you. Some of you may want to reconnect with someone who has Sagittarius in their chart in the actions position. So if there are questions there, get reconnected and free yourself from old energies of chaos. I think there could very well, if you're worried about a reconciliation with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, that communication could come, hopefully from you, but if not to you, by the end of April of 2020, that will soothe you, that will heal you. Somebody here is wanting to manifest a wedding or commitment, but if it is a chaotic or codependent situation, pay attention to the red flags. All right, so, there's a lot of messages here for different people, different circumstances. Should they have resonated for you and you'd like your own personal energy read, feel free to email me at josiek42@gmail.com. I'm offering a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below this video. I am still offering the Easter special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. So thank you so much for stopping by. Closing message. Taurus, you have the Lady of the Mirror. So it is a time of non-judgment. It's a time to reflect on that which is healthy in comparison to that which is not. If there is some form of healing process that you know needs to be made, reach out. For life is short, right? Number 44 is showing up. That's my favorite number, 4 representing stability and security, not only in the area of home and family, but also in the area of financial stability. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 is about recognizing unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles in oneself or another. For you have the strength to free yourself in the second half of April and to move away from troubled waters, to find balance in your life and to move into the direction of commitments, partnerships, and contracts that are healthy for you. For Spirit wants to help you to recognize red flags and to come together and celebrate happiness with others. So do not sit in judgment. Watch for energies of self-sabotage. Learn to compromise and walk in energies of integrity. And I think that's all I got. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so very, very much to those of you whom have donated. Take care, and God bless.